Hello everyone, good evening. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, Pradesh. Good evening. Good evening.
Okay, so in the last session we had some project things, so any progress on that from anyone? Just a small progress or like anything you have built so that you can share the screen and show me. Anyone? You guys haven't started that project or like someone is halfway there. I'm waiting for your responses. If possible, can you show the demo locally? Okay. It's okay if you have used the AI unless you are getting to know what you are doing, what have you learned.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's visible.
So I have made this workflow using AI, and here we have trigger and actions and condition, and I have a visualizer, and I have some validation part here, which shows the critical, which shows that there is a critical error, and it will show because there is no trigger attached, so it is showing this error.
Okay.
So we have options like we have different theme modes, dark mode and light mode. We have options like if we can add some triggers and actions, we can connect them. We have something like undo and redo. Here we can undo and redo our work. It is just storing us in, it is just stored in a stack of memory that we can store up to 20 previous steps, and that 20 previous moves we can store. We have a live visualizer which is empty now because we have not connected it to any output. We can upload a file from we can upload a JSON file, or we can just download this what the workflow we will made, and we can also clear the whole dashboard at a time. So these are the things. Like if I can show one demo, it will be like this. Like if I will name it as color, it will take that color options, color panel options. We can change color from here, any color we want. We can also take different actions like Mm, size, and we can control the size. We can take some condition.
Okay.
Visualizer. When we connect these, we can control this like this. We have different actions. We have different actions, and we can change it to these things that we want to use. We can check this the run. We can press the run button, and there is some invalid connection, so it is not running. But these are the things it works. I am just understanding all the features now, and this is the
So,
project.
do you able to understand the project, like how it has been made, and as you said, like
Yes,
you,
I've understood many things, but some things are still. I'm just going through them.
yeah, that will be there, but means if you are not able to understand, just ask me also. I'll able to help you.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, that is very nice. Like all the features and everything, all the basic things are there, like visualizer, the action buttons, and configuration changes. So that is very nice. And as you said, like you also included that light mode and dark mode and the undo and redo thing. So that is very helpful if you are making any projects later half in this only.
Okay, yes, thanks.
What you can do is like if the project is made from the front end only, just make it visualize and you can deploy it in like Vercel or somewhere and you can make it as your project.
Okay, okay, yes, thanks.
Yeah, that will be very helpful for you also. I mean, are you able to understand the states, the effects, and the hooks that you have used here? Uh, Ankit?
Sorry, sorry. I was just speaking with my mic closed.
Oh,
Yes, I understand all the. Yes, I understand all the states that we are storing. Just that when we drag and drop the triggers and actions on the main canvas, where it will be placed, or the size of it, or how many nodes are there, the counters that all are managed by states.
yeah, that's nice. Yeah, you can work on this more. Like if you want to create something more, so that is there.
Okay, okay, okay.
Anyone else would like to show any kind of demo?
Yeah, right, Ganesha.
Yeah.
Second. Yeah, are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the project I went for. So as I said, light and dark theme both are available, and
Okay.
different trigger nodes. With it shows the nodes and edges. Like this, it has four nodes and how many edges connected to each of them.
Okay.
That's there. Then you can export and import in JSON. If you want to clear the whole mini map, I mean the whole canvas, you can do that. And this is the configuration table. You want to configure anything in this. This is a small mini map,
Okay.
the side one, that it shows where are the components. And if you go closer, if the element is out of the mini map, it shows that also. And if you want to just add, just click on this. It shows here a new element has been added. So yeah, this is the one. And this is a small workflow which I have done. To validate this, you just have to click validate. And if it shows all checks are passed, then
Okay.
it's ready to be run. So you can close this and you can run. And it shows here in execution log all the states which is running.
Okay.
Yeah. Till now, I've come up with this. I still have to do some changes in this. So
Yeah,
this is my
that's pretty nice. Like it's working, validating, and running. So I have one
yeah.
question. Like, did you try to make it a cyclic flow?
No, this is directed,
Okay,
not
okay.
a cyclic.
Try with cyclic flow also. Like whenever you get into some loop, so it will automatically be
Yeah, that's
out
what
or
I
out of
have to
loop.
come up with all that. I still didn't go through them,
Yeah,
but I'll do that.
yeah. As far as I can see, like it is very nice, validating all the terminal codes and the sidebars, showing all the details. So yeah, great work.
Thank you.
Anyone else? I know I won't be able to see everyone's project, but I will try to see most of them. Anyone else? Only these two people. Asha Shai, are you there? Okay. Bindusri, please respond also. Chetan, uh, did you not start with the project also? Okay, you can share the link also. I'll just create one in the LMS platform. I didn't get the credentials right now. Anyone else, or should we start with the next session? Yeah, it will be uploaded on YouTube very soon. I'm like outside, so I don't have that much of internet speed right now. So that's the reason. It will be uploaded soon, like tonight or by tomorrow. Yeah, I'll try to upload all the sessions tonight only. Okay. Shall we start with the next session then? Yeah, in the LMS only, I'll update that. As I told you, like I didn't get the credentials right now, so it will be done by everything will be done by tonight. So don't worry about that. So today's session will start with Node.js, as we have gone through the overview of all the React and the main and its life cycle hooks and everything. So I guess the React basics you can start with your projects, and if you want, you can learn your own things also. Meanwhile, so as we know, like in MERN, we have Node.js and Express. So we'll be exploring both the things simultaneously because these are two correlated environments. So why do we prefer Node.js? So anyone knows why Node.js is preferred and like which of the applications? Uh, Anyone? Which of the application are mostly used or consumed by Node.js? Okay, so all the means most of the chatting application and the streaming applications, the best source of doing that is Node.js. So Node.js has their own inbuilt sockets, like how the HTML and the DOM manages. So it is based on that, and it has its own engine. Like we are using Chrome, so it has been provided by Chrome only. So Chrome V8 engine. So that also gives a powerful powerful measure to like stream the application, like either it's a chatting application or some streaming platform, like or like some map application. So all are preferred by Node.js. So as you can see, like Node.js is a powerful open source cloud cross-platform JavaScript runtime environment. So it's not a like library or anything. It's just a runtime environment which is made over the JavaScript only. So it contains two things. So JavaScript structure means all the functionalities of JavaScript, and this has been running with the help of Chrome V8 engine. So Chrome V8 engine means whenever you are running any application in the backend, the Chrome engine will change it to the JavaScript, and it will change the whole structure into a proper pure JavaScript function. So that is why like MERN is mostly preferred because of whole JavaScript dependency and support. So JavaScript was mainly used for front-end development previously. So with Node.js, JavaScript became a backend as well. So right now with Next.js only, you can build the both front-end and backend. So it supports server-side rendering also. So that is the upgradation of Next.js. So it is made over the React, but it supports Node.js engine also. And Node.js is an event-driven architecture. Like Node.js have single thread, and also the threads works on the means events, as we discovered in the JavaScript tutorial also. And mostly we make use of REST APIs while creating the application or some real-time application like sockets. And if you want to create microservices, that also gives a huge advantage. And the package it uses is like npm node package manager. So it was called as node package manager, now it's just called as npm only. So these are the companies that are using the node.js runtime environment. So yeah, The JS code is compiled under the V8 engine, and that runs under the CPU, means in the pure JavaScript format. So this is the whole flow. You can also see like these companies. So mostly, many of the companies have not adopted the Node.js along with Java and Python also. So they are like versatile with the libraries. So we'll start with. So Node.js is like right now one of the easiest backend technology to learn if you know the basics of JavaScript also. So and it works on the server side, as we know. It basically it used to make the servers, and mostly Node.js like you can make a REST API. So anyone who knows what is REST API? Anyone? Anyone know like what is REST API? Like the basic also. Anything about that thing? Yeah, REST API is like mostly representational state transfer. So it support REST API, it means RESTful APIs are built over the REST principle. So there are like 4 to 5 REST principle, like stateful and stateless and all. So many things are there. You can read about that. So mostly REST API consumes the HTTP request. So whatever the HTTP request, by default we have like a get, post, put, delete, these 4 things, and we have patch also that is built over the put. So these are the things under the REST API. So based on these, we will be making the calls for the APIs and creating some functionalities. So yeah, this is the whole Node.js roadmap, like what you have to learn. So you have to know like how do we install the Node.js modules, what are the basic Node.js modules, and then we have to take care of the error handling. We by default Node.js is a async model, so that is also there. And yeah, the best way, as I told you, like it's a best for streaming. So file system is supported very properly here, and then we have different like libraries, or like you can say frameworks over uh Node.js. So we have Express.js, we have Next.js, we have Sail.js, and we have Nest.js also. So Next.js follows the annotation just like in Java. And we have like HTTP calls, we can make use of Axios or HTTP. So mostly we make sure of like we are using Axios. Then we have monitoring thing, and we have many databases we can connect, like SQL, Postgres, MySQL, MongoDB, Redis, Cassandra. So many things. So and also like if you are doing threading with Node.js, that will be little difficult to know about threading. So for threading, like Python or Java is preferred. So yeah, we'll get this. So as I told you, like why are we using Node.js? So there are various packages of Node.js. If mm, yeah, we'll create one project in Node. There's nothing much to know about Node.js, but we should know at least. So first we will see how we will create the Node.js application. Basic thing is like first do npm init. Okay. So npm init means it will initialize the node package, so that you can give any name or you can just yeah, you can see that packaging has been enabled, and we'll install some of the libraries like express as we know. Then we have .env for loading the env files. Then we have yeah, this much is enough right now. And yeah, if you want to run continuously, like you can node mon also. So npm I means we are installing these into our project. So these are the basic thing that you should install here, and we'll write like what is the command. So mostly we prefer dev for uh, node.js, so it will be like index.js file, and here we'll import the express file. So we are making the node with express, so we'll import the express from express. So okay, so here we have imported all the express modules, so everything regarding the express. So we will capture this express module into our application. So we'll make a application like const application and express. So all the functions regarding this is stored in our app variable. So you can say like we have if we want to run a server, so we have to like app dot listen, then this. So yeah, so this is the basic express server you'll see. So if I'll write npm run dev, so for running the backend, if we have just now configured the dev application. So for building you have the various things, so we'll get to know about that also. So what does node1 do, I'll show you. Okay, so we just started, and if we'll go to the server, you can see like server is running on port 3000. And what is the significance of node1 is like I'll now write server, I'll now create one env file. So whenever you are making any backend or front end application, all the API keys, everything should be stored in env. I guess that is the basic thing we should know. So I'll just make a port variable 5000, and I load the env import config from .env, and we'll just call the config. So right now in the main application we have imported and configured the .env. So .env means we can now access all the variables that is written in the env. So env write like the name of the variable, then equals the value. We and if you are writing any name like server name, you don't have to give like this. Sometimes it causes problem. It is not wrong, but sometimes it causes problems. So whenever you're writing, there will be no double quotes or no single quotes, just the variable equals to its value. So now we can access this. So we have configured. So now const port is equal to process. So how we get the port is like this. Port. So this is the feature significance of node more, right? When you are developing, you will save the file for multiple times, not in production like you are saving. So whenever you are saving any file in this project, it will auto restart. You don't have to like again kill the terminal and then start the project. No, it is not required. You just can save it and it will automatically restart. So right now we made our env variables. So you can see like port we have configured as 5000. So we can see like right now we our env file is getting fetched properly. So what if the env is not there? This is not there. So if I restart, now you can see like we have safeguarded it. So if there is nothing there in env, so then this is a nullish operator. So whenever this file is undefined with the port, so it will directly be assuming like this is undefined or null. So we are capturing now 3000. So it's safeguarding. So whenever you are writing, either use this nullish operator or like this operator. So it will help to safeguard your whole server or like any code wherever you are writing. Prescription ले So this is the basic thing. How this is the most basic Express application you'll write. And if you want to create any routes, so how the Node.js folder structure works, I'll tell you. So we have this. So right now we write everything under src. Src is the source folder, as you can see. You have seen in the React project also. So under src, firstly, like when the node application came, it was like src. Under that we are writing the routes. Then under src we are writing controllers. Then under src we are writing models and like configurations and fig. Okay. So previously when it came, it works like routes means all the routes. Regarding like in controllers, we can have user dot controller dot js, then admin dot controller dot js. Okay. So it has to means previously it was like this, and in the routes we are will be mentioning like uh, index.js. So we will import all these two and we'll specify the routes. Right now it's completely different. We go using module wise. So I'll just tell you. Just delete these. We have folder open, right? src. Okay. So right now we have src, and then we have now we will go with modules. So modules means each of the feature has its own module. Like we have one user page, right? So user page, it has its own module. So we'll create user module. Then we have one admin panel. So we'll create one admin module. And then config is same, like whatever config you have to like db connection db.js. Okay. And in modules we will be writing like all the things. uh, you can write like admin dot controller dot js, then admin dot routes dot js. Okay, and we'll have one more in src. We'll create like routes dot js. Yeah. So in modules we have admin.routes, and in the src file directory we have routes.js. So all the routes regarding admin, user, and everything will be confined here, and will be making those API routes here. So routes are useful for creating the functions that will be called as a API. So we'll create one admin controller. So export const admin details. So yeah, and we can send it like const admin. I'm making it just like static right now. Name John Doe, email yo John @gmail.com, and then role admin. Then we'll have like expiry as this, and we'll send as this return. So we'll be returning in JSON format. Okay. So everything you will be using in Node.js, you have to work with JSON. So you have to be familiar with like how we are going with the JSON thing, and how the JSON can be traversed or altered. So you have to always work with JSON. Okay. So now for we created one function for getting the admin details. Now we'll create one route. So creating one route, every time you have to declare a express function. Not require. So require is very so we'll just import express from express, and now we'll import our admin details from admin controller, and we'll just create one router const router. So what does this router do? I'll tell you. So as I told you, like we have a whole application under app. So our whole application is defined over express. So everything that express has, it supports. And what we are doing in admin routes, we just imported express again, and we just imported this router functionality. Router means means all the http calls that we are going to make, just like I told you about the restful api. So we are going to make the restful apis. So the first restful api that we'll be making is like uh, router dot get. So you can see like there are multiple things in the router. We have like get functionality, delete functionality, and there are many things you can have like and we'll just create the details, and we'll just. So we created one admin route. Now we have to if we want to go into the route, as I told you, like we can access using http localhost this. See, we cannot get, because whenever you will be getting this, you can see the network tab also. We'll just refresh, and you can see like 404 means there is no route. And you can see the example like we cannot get means there is no route like slash. So we'll create our route. So we will import here also, like import express, as we do every time you are creating any route. You have to import the express from express, and then just import admin routes from this. So you can see like from here like admin routes, I just imported everything. So this is sending all the routes. So if you have like any other routes also, so it will be accessed here. Okay. So right now, and just now I'll create one router for that, and I'll just create one this, and I'll just export default. Because why we are exporting as default, because we don't need any extra things to be exported from here. So until unless you need any extra thing, because we don't need, if you are creating anything you have to create config or utility functions for that. That is like more safeguarded. And just now we created so this, and as we'll go to the index.js. So we created a route. So whenever you are making call for the details, you have to prefix with admin. So it will be like slash admin slash this details. So it will work like that. And also then we have to import this whole router, because this whole route.js will contain all the application, all the routes for the application. So we just have to make it in our server. So we'll import here. So we'll import routes from src route.js. Okay, and we'll just make it like app dot use express.js. Okay, so app.use. So app.use is the middleware function. As we'll go about middleware also. So this middleware works as like whenever we are making any API. Right now, like we mostly we make use of like Vue. So whenever you are creating anything, okay, it was working. Check import all routes from src routes. Okay, and then we'll have like app.use express.json. Let's see src route file not found. And input. Okay, this is one more problem. Yes. Okay. So whenever you are working, you have to like put .js also after that. So that is one more hectic if you are working with JS files. So right now we created our application in server this, and now if you want to call the API, so we'll just slash v1. So right now we don't have anything. So we have to call like slash API. So as we gave in our main application, like index.js will be a main entry point. So we have slash API slash v1, and we you can see like all routes. So we can go to route. We have admin route. So we'll just create one admin, and then you have in under admin route you have details. So now if you say details, so now you can see we got the detail. You can see like a response, it's 200. Okay, and we are getting the response also. You can see here also like what are the details we mentioned under the admin details. We are getting that. Okay, so this is the very basic Node.js application that we are running, and we'll be mostly making use of no MongoDB, but right now instead of MongoDB, many application are using uh, Postgres. So if you know about Postgres, that is a very beneficial for you, like anytime, any day. It will be a overhead benefit for you. So we'll go, yeah. So we'll go through this right now. So we created imported the Node.js module after installing like .env or Express. Error handling. So error handling we can do in multiple ways. Like either we can do using the request or response modeling, or we can just create a simple middleware. Middleware means middle. You can say like middleware. We are. Give me a second. Yes. Can you make a payment? Yes. My phone video and network is not working. I have sent, but I don't know if it will go for you. Just open and tell you the UPI ID. Okay. Tell me. Karthik, Karthik. Karthik. Jay. AM. 5 3. 5 3. At the rate OK SBI. Karthik JM लिखा. I got 90 rupees. Second. एक सेकंड हम करके तुमको कॉल कर रहे हैं ना. तुमको चला गया देख लो. हाँ इसलिए बोल रहे नेटवर्क नहीं चल रहा, हम कॉल कर रहे थे. हो गया क्या? कितना पे करना है? 90. 90. हाँ. हाँ हो गया, हम भेज देंगे स्क्रीनशॉट. भेज दिया तुमको. बाय. So yeah, sorry for that. So right now, what we called middleware. Yeah. So right now we called one API here, right? So this is means this API can be called from anywhere, from your application, from the server, or anything. So between this API call and this controller, like this route, sorry, between the API call and this final route, we have middleware that can change the thing. So you can see like whenever you are logging in somewhere without login, you can't do anything. So for that we can make a middleware. So between the request and response, it will check whether you have the verified token or like token that is validated, and based on that it will show the error if you have invalid a token, or otherwise it will directly proceed to this function and it will return your data, or like do the functionality what it works for. So that is called as middleware, means changing the possibility of having anything between the request and response. So we can make uh, error middleware, authentication middleware, and many other middleware. In async programming, as like Node.js is fully defined for asynchronous application. If you want like synchronous, then it is You have to break the event loop, otherwise it works on the async process. And file system, as we know from the beginning, like it is very powerful for streaming applications. So file system is like very easily handled and very efficiently handled by the Node.js. So for building the application, you have different framework like Express, Meteor, Next.js, Sales. For API calls, you have HTTP modules or Exio. So right now we made our application using this Express.js, right? You can make the server using the HTTPS. So you can try it on your own by making one server using the HTTP module. You don't have to install any Express server or any extra server. You can directly make use of HTTP and you can run a server. So you can do it by your own. It's for exploring kind of thing. And we have different, like if you want to create integrate some front end templates, HTML templates, so we have EJS. So Node.js can run the whole application, but it is not efficient to run that. And we have databases like different databases we can connect, relational, cloud, search engines mean mostly Elasticsearch or the NoSQL databases. So there are many things. And we'll get to know about the threadings and debugging, how we'll going to manage that. So any question regarding this Node.js? Because from the next session we'll go to how we connect with MongoDB and how we go with the MongoDB connection and curate for and save the data inside MongoDB. Any questions based on Node.js? Like if you didn't able to understand properly, I'll explain it more informally in the next session. Right now, I just gave you overview, like you can know what is Node.js, because many of you have like not worked with Node.js for the backend. That will give you a quick overview like what is Node.js. Once we'll start with our project, that will be like very helpful for you. So that is still in process of making the requirement changes. I'll try to make the design also. So anyone having any questions regarding all the sessions that we had? So any of you have worked with Node.js? Just raise your hand. Anyone, if you have like worked with Node.js or similar, like okay, Dhanvantesh. Anyone else? Okay, so it's your so it's like very easy. If you know JavaScript, there's no way you don't be able to make the backend for JavaScript. So it's yeah, learning MERN is very easy, but only thing is like MERN is now very crowded, so you have to understand every area. So any of you have made any application in the node server from the scratch, like without taking any help from anywhere, like documentations? Yes, it's not a big help from the AI. Anyone? Because once you start with Node.js, you'll get to know like it's always copy paste. When you will make one server, it will be same as the other. You just have to change the functionality. You just means you can copy paste the whole configuration and create a new backend out of that. So that is very easy. Like means easy to structure, easy to use. You can easily scale it properly if you are making it into microservices also. Any questions regarding Node.js or the React or like the project that we had? Anything? Okay, then we'll end the session. Bye, everyone.